Under the veil of shadow and light, where truth twists like smoke, there is a force whispered in myths, moving unseen, weaving its way through history. A trickster, a corrupter, a tempter, the Great Deceiver. Humanity has long feared deception, yet you are drawn to it like moths to flame. It is woven into myths, stories, your very existence. But deception is not always an act of malice. Sometimes it is a tool of wisdom, survival, or transformation. There was Loki of the Northmen, the cunning trickster who danced between ally and enemy of the gods. It was he who helped forge mighty Mjolnir, yet it was also he who orchestrated the death of Balder, sending the gods toward Ragnarok. The Greeks whisper of Hermes, the fleet-footed messenger of Olympus, a thief, a liar, yet also a guide. As a mere babe, he stole Apollo's sacred cattle, yet his wit and charm won him a place among the gods. Far across the ocean, the name of Coyote is spoken among the tribes of the New World. A sacred trickster, foolish yet wise, bringing chaos and wisdom in equal measure. And in the lands of the Yoruba, Eshu stands at the crossroads, laughing. He creates misunderstandings, forcing mortals to think, to adapt, to grow. He is not evil, but he is unpredictable, like the winding paths of fate itself. Yet these figures are not so different. From Loki to Hermes, from Coyote to Eshu, they share commonalities. They challenge authority, bend the rules, and illuminate hidden truths. Could they all be reflections of the same force, a universal constant that shifts shape, adapting to each civilization's beliefs? But then, there's the deceiver of a darker kind, the one whose name is spoken in hushed tones, Satan, the devil, Lucifer. And yet, people twist even these names into different forms across time. In the elder days of the Hebrews, it was Ha-Satan, the accuser, not a being of pure evil, but a prosecutor in the celestial court, testing faith, revealing weakness. Over time, he was reshaped, cast as the serpent, the tempter, the adversary, Lucifer, the morning star. Many think they know this name, but I have seen the truth. The name was never meant for the devil at first. It was the title of a fallen Babylonian king. Yet in the shifting sands of belief, it became something more, a rebellious angel cast from the heavens. And in the words of the followers of the prophet, Iblis, the one who would not bow, was cast out, not for wickedness, but for pride, for rebellion. Was he a monster, or merely one who refused to submit? Again, a pattern emerges. Just as the trickster reshapes the world through mischief, so too does the adversary, but with defiance rather than laughter. They are both figures who challenge the status quo, one through chaos, the other through resistance. Here is a thought to trouble your mind. Lucifer means light bringer. And yet, in the sacred texts of history, Jesus too is called the morning star. People have struggled with this paradox. Two figures, one hailed as savior, the other as betrayer, both bearing nearly the same title. Is light always salvation? Is knowledge always good? There are whispers in the dark corners of history. Some say Lucifer is not the villain you believe him to be. That, like Prometheus before him, he gave mankind wisdom and was punished for it. The serpent in the garden did not bring death, it brought knowledge. And for that, humanity was cast from paradise. But is that the truth or merely one interpretation? Did he bring wisdom or did he bring doom? Was humanity punished for knowledge or was it simply the cost of freedom? Perhaps then deception is not the enemy. I have seen people who lie not for cruelty but for survival. Tricksters who break the rules to expose corruption. Deceivers who force the rigid minds of men to open. Which do you believe? Even the gods have used deception. Odin, Zeus, and Vishnu, each have disguised themselves, woven illusions, altered fate. Tell me, if the gods may deceive, then is deception truly evil, or is it merely another force like fire, capable of both warmth and destruction? And so I ask you, who truly is the deceiver? Is he an enemy, or a teacher, a corrupter, or a guide? You seek truth, yet truth itself is but a matter of perspective. Perhaps, in the end, the Great Deceiver is not a figure of myth, but the question that lingers in your mind long after this story has ended. Even today, deception rules the world. Faces change, the methods evolve, but the story remains the same. But tell me, if you were offered the forbidden fruit, would you refuse, or would you too reach for the flame of knowledge, knowing full well the price? Choose wisely, for shadows and light are not as different as you believe.